whatever. What's up today? What's up, Las Vegas? It's your boy Eric Stackz from My Rap Mentor, representing Hot 705 Hot 705 FM. Let's get it. Oh, my bad. I can't hear myself in the headphones, so don't judge me. But today we're going to be talking about how to stay motivated as a indie artist. So before we get into that, I got a special guest. Alexxx is going to be on very soon. But for those who don't know the concept of the show and haven't seen it, those who that is your first time, the whole concept of the show is I like to bring on artists, entrepreneurs, business people, so on and so on, to get behind a mind state, to learn from their failures, their success, and just their upbringings, to give you guys tips so you can know how to succeed and help you succeed faster. Hence the name My Rap Mentor. But the reason why we get into the concept today, as far as how to stay motivated as a independent artist, because I know a lot of people and a lot of artists that it can be draining sometimes. I mean, it's been times where I used to feel all alone, especially when you're starting off, you're doing everything on your own. Everybody, it doesn't seem like people want to help you, because you got to prove yourself in order for people to help you. So a lot of times being self-managed, which is the concept that my guest is really going to get into it about, being self-managed can be kind of draining. So we're just going to give a lot of concepts and advice on, how to just keep yourself motivated. It's a lot of things that may not, It's a lot of things that may not, that may, me frustrate you. I know at times where, like, when I first started my journey, just being by yourself, not, not seeming to have the support from your circle. So, I'm just going to, help you out. My Rap Mentor is going to be like a little therapy session. We're going to have a little fun, do our things or whatever, you know what it is. So, just do our thing. So, let me see. Did I put anything for someone to call? Yeah. So, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to have a little fun. And so before we do that, you know where to follow me. Follow me on Instagram at ERIC_STACKZ. You can also follow me on My Rap Mentor, which is MYRAPMENTOR. Also, check us out on the Hot 702 app, the Mixler app. And then you can also check it out on Facebook if you haven't already. So, it's just one of the concepts. So we're pretty much going to do our thing, have a little fun. Oh, side note, I just seen this. We just won a award. Y'all can see this? Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Side plug. So, we're going to do our thing and have a little fun. So, just to give a little few pointers before you come, I think the best thing you can do is just hang around similar people that got the same drive as you. So by that being said, if you're an artist on a certain level, try to find artists that's like has the same mind state, assuming that your mind state is obviously, up to par. Try to hang with similar people, and it can just keep you motivated throughout your journey. So, that's just one of the, I ain't gonna give you too many tips, because I want Alexxx to jump in and give you something. So we definitely gonna have a little fun and stuff. But that's definitely one of the things I've learned. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have different extra and different opinions, but one of the main things I did was I hung around, and still do today. You got to hang around people that's on the same mind state or better. Like even past music, that's just a life thing. You want to hang around people that's doing better than you, or at least the same, and that motivates you. Because a lot of times, I know I used to hang with people that wasn't motivating, and not to say that they bad people, but it doesn't get you to the space you want to be. It doesn't help you, get yourself to the next level. So a lot of times I got to stress it over and over. Hang with people that has similar motivation, similar drive, or higher drive. It makes the process a lot easier. And then plus, it's just about building. It's about building off of people. I mean, to be honest with you, no matter how I want to say this, no matter how much the person may be nice, if you're out here doing your thing, adding value, and the person's not adding value to you, how far could you really get? I mean, let's just be real. It has nothing to do with being nice. It has nothing to do with, you know what I mean? You want to add value and hang around valuable people. So that's just the way that gets you, you know, kind of furthers you along in life or in music in general, especially this music industry thing. You know what I mean? So it's just, you want to hang around valuable people. That's one of the things I really, really learned, is just hang around valuable people that either has the same mind state or has a better mind state. Also, you know what I mean? Get input from these people. Why I say that? Okay, if you're valuable and you're around valuable people, not to say that what they say is to say all be all, but it definitely increases the chance of you getting the proper input. So why I say that, a lot of times when I first started my journey, I felt like I used to get the input from the wrong people. Now, I'm not saying don't listen to certain input just because it's not coming from a direct circle, but you can only take that with a grain of salt. So a lot of times I found out, like, I got my best advice from getting input from those around me that I deem as valuable. Not to say that it's automatically what they say is not per se gonna always be like right or wrong, but it's a good judgment. It's a good judgment to just get further, seek further advice that's actually like that's actually, how I want to say this, that's actually, more closer to your situation. So I think that's one of my certain advice as far as staying motivated on being an indie artist, and just motivated in general, motivated in life, being motivated in general. I know a lot of you guys work day jobs. A lot of you guys got kids. You got a lot of stuff that's on your plate. So finding motivation, I think, is something that's taken very I ain't gonna say taken very lightly, but I don't think a lot of people in the music lane talks enough about that. You gotta stay motivated. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how dope you is. It doesn't matter how good your music is. It doesn't matter if you're not motivated. It's gonna drain you from the creative process, from the business process, and then go back to that being around valuable people thing. No one wants to be around no motivationally drained person. I don't know if I said that right, but don't nobody want to be around no downer that lacks motivation. Like, not nobody of any quality. So you definitely don't want to come off. You want to have a lot of motivation. Let's just keep it real. You want to have a lot of motivation. Like, I know a lot of people, sometimes you don't get the opportunities that you might deserve a lot of times because your energy, you know what I mean? You just lack motivation. You're kind of down. Don't nobody want to be around that. I know I don't. So you definitely got to keep that motivation. And you know what I mean? I know it's rough working, having kids, having family, trying to make money. So you definitely want to be motivated. And one of the things I do to keep me motivated, I'm into a lot of like Tony Robbins, a lot of like the Ty Lopez kind of lane stuff. So sometimes I just start my morning off and I just look at something to lift my spirits up. You know what I mean? And so that's one of the things you can do to stay motivated. Another thing I like to recommend is, how would I say this? Okay, you obviously want to look at a lot of you might not be into Tony Robbins and blah, blah, blah whatsoever, but look into whatever motivates you. Another thing I like to do is, it's like, no, I won't even say I like to do. A lot of times too, the reason why you not motivated or you lack motivation is because your surroundings a lot of times. Like, I was talking to one of my guests. I said, one of the things that I felt like rejuvenated me as a person, I had to leave my comfort zone and get into somewhere new, make a new circle, be around new motivating people. So that I do think your circle and your surroundings really like dictates how motivated you're going to be. Like, don't get me wrong. Some people are more naturally motivated, but like, for the most part, I'm naturally motivated, but you're human. The fire do drain at some point. So if you're not adding gasoline on that fire. So I feel like if you hang around motivating people, when that fire start to burn, they pour more gasoline on that fire. It keeps all y'all motivated. So you definitely want to be around motivated people. That's probably, well, not motivated people. I mean, your surroundings too. I mean, that all goes in with people. You know what I mean? I'm a firm believer in, to have a successful life, or even in this music industry, you got to have health, wealth, and love. You know what I mean? So a lot of times your surroundings could be one of the main things that's contributing to the lack of your motivation. Obviously working day jobs and, having a family, taking care of life could really drain you. You know what I mean? So I do get I do get it, but at the end of the day, the universe don't care. So you got to push through it, and you know, you just got to stay motivated. So definitely want to be around motivating people. Like that's the only thing I can say. That's one of the main things I think that contribute to you getting that motivation. Also, what else would I like to say? Also, just try to fill your mind with quality, like quality reading, quality information. You want to kind of submerge yourself in that, whether it's music. Sometimes you might get motivation stuff that's outside of music, but you definitely want to stay submerged with quality people. You want to read quality, look at quality, and just also be motivated by like certain, when I was reading some study, and I forgot where it came from. I think it's before I came here, but they were saying like it was from some book. And they basically said a lot of times, I'm paraphrasing, but they basically said a lot of times why we feel depression or we lack the motivation because we're so busy paying attention to what people are doing on Instagram and Facebook a lot of times. So at the end of the day, everybody only posting their highlights. Ain't nobody posting they failures and blah, blah, blah. That's kind of hot. Let me take this coat off. Yeah. Yeah, but ain't nobody like posting their failures or posting like, you know what I mean, posting anything about like their non-accomplishments. So a lot of times we go through Facebook, we see the highlights or Instagram or whatever your social media, we see the highlights and then we feel like we haven't amounted to anything. But at the same time, you got to think about it. Most of it is just highlights. So let's keep it real. And there's more people in the world that's in the same position as artists like us. We haven't necessarily got to the point where we want to be. So I think another good thing you want to do is you just want to have a realistic, you want to set goals for yourself, like goal points. So what I mean about that is, let's say if you have 500 followers, maybe one of your goals can be, okay, maybe by next month, let me get 500 more followers or fans, you know, or like, let's say, maybe you're not getting any streams. One of your little mid-tier goals can be, let me get 10,000 streams or 1,000 streams. And the reason why I say that is because it gives you it lets you know if you're heading in the right direction a lot of times, because a lot of this music stuff, you can't really, it's not like sports where like I always tell one of my homies, it's not like sports where like, if you're playing basketball and you're LeBron and you Kyrie, no matter how much people, like you scored 30, you work hard. Thank you. It's hot than a mother. I ain't sweating on the camera, shit. But yeah, it's not like basketball or whatever where like you scored 30, you work hard, boom. No matter if people like it or not, you're successful. It's different. It's like it's a lot of self-awareness. So I'll say just set like little small goals to yourself to like kind of know if you head in the right direction. Oh my God. If y'all heard that water, sorry. It's hot in here. I'm going to trip on the radio station. Turn this down and this heat down. I know it's hot. 702.5. But it shouldn't be literally. But yeah, so you just want to set little mile goals for yourself or whatever. And it just keeps you, it keeps you in tune. So whatever, you ready? You ready? Oh, come in. You could have came in already. Oh, yeah. The guest. The legend. What up? Yeah. You can make sure you hear yourself in here. I can't hear myself in here. You can hear yourself?
I think I'm 3.
Yeah,
three,
you on?
three. Yep. I heard myself a little bit. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Alexxx P, Kingston City, Mr. 702, him motherfucking self. It's hot as hell in here. I know it's hot 702.5, but like you just said, man, like we got to do something about that. Can we get the air cracking or something? But before we continue on, I brought Patrosas, not mimosas, Patrosas.
Patrosas, what's that?
So it's mimosas with Patronsas. You feel me? So what we gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. But while I'm opening this up, catch me up, brother. What we talking about?
We was basically talking about how to stay motivated as an indie artist. I remember when you was having a conversation, you was saying like you're self-managed.
Right.
So I know how that could be.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it could drain your motivation. And you seem like a pretty motivated person to me.
Oh man, but you know what? If you really know me, you know that like can nothing nobody say take me down.
Mm-hmm.
But the one person that could take me down is most definitely myself.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely myself. And you know what's crazy? And like you said, I think you were just saying everybody posts the good things that happen, but they never want to talk about the bad. And one thing my fans were telling me about was like I feel like you talk about just the bad things that are going on. On my page, I do want to show people my failures. I'm very, very comfortable admitting that. If you follow me, I think you do.
Mm-hmm.
You would see that. You know, I'm definitely never gonna show a front for nobody. I think it's important for people to see that I'm failing, because I feel like all that people think I'm doing is winning. You know what I mean? And then it's just kind of like people kind of think that. As you know, sitting in the platform that you're at today, people think that this was just handed to you.
Yeah.
They don't see the hard work, the tears, the staying up late, the hearing the 100,000 no's that you heard, I'm sure, before you heard your first yes. You know what I mean? To get to the spot that you're at. And I don't know what keeps you going, because you said you've been doing this for 5 years, longer than I've been doing it. What kept you here 5 years later?
Oh man, as far as like just on the music end.
Anything.
Oh man. Well, for one, it's just hard for me to quit. Like, I'm not gonna say like I'm like this super duper Tony Robbins motivated to the maximum kind of guy.
Right.
It's just hard for me to quit because I love what I do. I think the core of what kept me doing this.
Here you go, brother.
Oh, thank you. I might get lit. I'm usually a whiskey drinker, so I might get lit.
All right, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, let me take a sip of it.
I'd put
I
a
was
little.
good at some orange juice. I love orange juice. So
Okay, cool.
double cup. But yeah, I think what keep me motivated is my why. I think it's my why.
Okay.
Like, as much as I love music, one of my like passions, period, whether it's music or not, I always want to have a voice to motivate people.
Right.
So my why is probably, well, two things. Probably my why, and recently I just learned to keep like little small goals, so I can know I'm heading in the right direction to get that reinsurance.
Okay.
So I don't know if you heard, but like, for instance, let's say if one of your goals is to be, let's say you got 500 followers and you want to get 200 by this month. So I think it's my why, and just learning to set like little goals, little mini goals, and just being around motivated people.
Right. Were you you say 5 years strong consistently, or did you have those times where you stopped working on your dream for a moment and kind of went back to reality?
I wouldn't say completely. Okay, out of the 5 years, I wouldn't say 5 years strong. I'm gonna be real with you. I had like years where I didn't completely stop, but I definitely wasn't working nowhere near like as good as I knew I could. It was kind of slack, like half-assing.
Was that your self-doubt? Was that the doubt in yourself, or was that just the other people around you, or was that because you didn't have the tools? Or
it was probably a bunch of self-doubt due to the disadvantages. I felt like I have the talent, but I felt like just the lack of maybe the people. I don't want to blame it on the people around me, but at least at that time, I felt that people wasn't necessarily supporting. I don't want to say support me. I had people that was doing similar things, but I like in the same field, but I felt like they wasn't necessarily behind my vision. Then the lack of just resources, I guess I was focusing on at the time I was focusing on too much of what I didn't have, and I didn't focus on what I had. So it kind of, it definitely, it took a lot out of me.
Do you feel like looking back, and I'm sure that you're probably not where you want to be just yet, you know what I mean? But looking back from where you are now, would you go through all of that again? You know what I mean? Was it worth it to where you're at now, to at the level of success you're at now? Was it worth going through that 5-year struggle, or do you think like I could have been better off just maybe being a doctor, maybe doing something else? Because the dream that we strive 10 years in the game trying to go for it is not a guaranteed you're gonna get there, man. But when I be telling people, and I'm not disrespecting anybody who's being a doctor or lawyer, like shout out to y'all, but if you put this hard work and dedication that we do for this craft, we could be those lawyers for sure in 6-7 years. No questions asked. But there's no guarantee that we're gonna reach our dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Would I redo it again? Okay. I'll put it like this: the logical side of me, because I'm a very logical person too. I try to balance my logical side and my emotional side.
Right.
Logically, probably no.
Oh, okay.
If I was most people, probably no.
Okay.
Why? I'm gonna give you two parallel ones. The first one, if I was like most people and thought like most people, probably no. It's because it's a hard. The reason why I say that other parallel universe no is because it's no real judgment. I guess because how the music is now, how the music industry is now, it's no real indication of, for the most part, if you're heading in the right direction. It's not like basketball or going to like being a lawyer, for instance. Like use the lawyer,
absolutely.
Right? Or the doctor. Use the doctor, right? So let's say you're trying to be a doctor.
Using the energy you have now. Yeah.
But let's say, and mind you, I'm saying if I thought like most people, most of us don't. That's probably why we picked this path. Right. But this universe, I think like most people, no, because let's use the doctor, for example. So let's say it's kind of more a straightforward path. It's hard, but like you go to school. Right. Your grades can kind of dictate if you head in the right direction. Right. Okay, let's say you get good grades. Boom, you get whatever doctors got to go through, intern or whatever. I don't know, or pre-doctor. I don't know. Right. But it's more of a set path, so it kind of lets you know. Like no if I'm failing,
no matter how much you fail, you can get there. You will
but
get
even
there.
then, like if I'm failing, boom, maybe it ain't for me. If I'm passing, it's for me. So that's probably why the logical side of me in the half universe wouldn't do it. Now, the fact that I'm not a regular person, I don't think like a regular person. Would I do it all again? Yeah, right. I would. I do it all again. I love what I do. I love the why, and I'm really not designed to go traditional routes.
Right, absolutely.
So me personally, yes, but I can see why most people would say no.
And it's crazy that you said that. I feel like because I'm a firm believer in God. I really truly believe that I would not be here if it wasn't for Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. And it's crazy that you just, what did you just say? You're not a traditional person.
Yeah, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? That's so crazy because I feel like you saying that was kind of God telling me that, kind of answering something that I've been struggling with. I'm not gonna lie, this last couple months very hardly within my career. Because a lot of, especially my fans know this, I've only been doing this professionally for like 5 months. You know what I mean?
For 5 months?
Yeah, 5 months. Because growing up, me and you growing up, music is so different now. You could just put something online and like what happened to me overnight, it can accidentally be a hit or kind of start your career. You know what I mean? To where for us growing up, if we wanted to be superstars or what we wanted now, we had to go in the studio, get a mixtape, go in the street with our trunk on our bike, whatever, and try to get people to buy the tape. You know what I'm saying? Because we were always too proud back in the day. Well, people I knew, too proud to give it out for free. You know what I'm saying? You got to make the money back somehow that you just put in to make this tape. And it was kind of like a harder hustle, I guess you could say, back in the day, which is why I've always felt like this is what God wanted me to do. This was what I was supposed to be doing. But because of the way you had to do things the traditional way, I guess you could say, that's kind of what stopped me. But like I said, now it's just like you could put a song on the internet and everybody could fucking listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's exactly what happened to me. But I honestly don't think, bro, like I said, honestly don't. 5 years ago, I really commend you, people who were here before like the whole streaming era, I guess you could say. I commend everybody who's been working since before this era, because it just kind of feels like nowadays people are getting handed shit, and it's I feel like it's never really been about the talent, but before, if you had the talent, you had more of a shot. Now it's a popularity competition. You know what I'm saying?
It was. Yeah, it wasn't all the
way. Like, let's take it to 80s and 90s. Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, Aretha Franklin, Anita Baker. All those people I just named, Brian McKnight, Stevie Wonder, can sing live. There's no auto-tune. There's no type of wave. If you code, you have to be able to do that shit on the record just as good, if not better, live. And not a lot of people could do that now. You know what I'm saying? You have to be the real deal. And now you don't. You just got to have hella followers and, people basically, what is a brand? You just got to be a brand of yourself.
You do.
Most definitely
have to be a brand, and you do. I just personally think that's just due to. I'm a firm believer in anything that gets commercial, it just loses its once something gets too popular in any business, it loses its core value.
Right,
so
definitely.
I think the fact that now rap and especially is more pop, it's
most
becoming more like
definitely.
you know the rules of pop typically.
Yep.
Like the rules of pop typically, these people seem to just pop out of nowhere. You package them up and boom, slap them to the world with usually
Get a good
bare
year
minimum
too.
talent.
Right.
So I think the fact that like the urban music is becoming more pop, it's getting those same kind of rules. You know what I mean?
When did you think? I kind of noticed that going on. I want to say like 2016, the beginning of the streaming era.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But also too, like, do you think it is because like us as the general public, we don't want to buy music? Do you think that's why it's like that's kind of why the music scene was like, you know, fuck the talent, I guess you could say?
I think the reason why is like, you know what I mean, like you talking as far as buying the music, why do the general public seem to don't care about talent?
Yeah,
I think in my personal opinion, because of the internet, it's just a bunch of like, okay, when I was doing music 5 years ago, which ain't too long, but the internet wasn't as accessible, so it was more controlled.
Right.
So we only outlets was other TV, a little bit internet, radio. It was more controlled. So I feel like the fact that it's very limited space, you got to fill that limited space up with quality because there ain't a bunch of space to just be slapping anything. But I feel like once the internet got so big, now it gives the ability for everyone to just dive in. So it's too distracting. And at the end of the day, the general public never knew what quality really was.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I think as artists, because we're artists, we judge with a different ear. We judge like artists.
Most definitely.
The in general consumer judge like a consumer, and we don't know the difference, and that's what messes us up. Like we don't realize like the way, like if you play a song to me, I can hear it differently. I'm an artist. I might, but if you play it to a consumer, they just know if it sound good or not. Right. So I think as consumers, we really never really knew. It's just a little worse now because of that. And you got more. And then too, I think kids are more. That's another thing I think. We're grown. We got jobs. We love music and we love movies, but we only got so much time to look at it. We'll look at it. We'll like it. Right. We may tell a few friends, but that's it. Kids are more into the internet era. So if they like something, they just gonna share it to hundreds and hundreds of kids in their schools.
Well, it's right there.
Yeah, so I think I think like quality do win, but it don't seem like it because the kids are more geared towards the entertaining stuff, and they're gonna share it more.
Do you feel like people are starting to catch on as far as in? Because what I'm starting to notice, the new acts, we're starting to get those acts who actually have talent. I feel like, well, maybe that's just in the and too, it kind of just depends on what you're listening to, because I listen to dominantly R&B music. So you know, in that genre you have to have, well, I don't know, nowadays you don't, R&B you really don't, because R&B
rap is almost rap.
Yeah, I guess you could say, because R&B I feel like more became about the vibes instead of the vocals. You know what I'm saying? I have a huge problem with that because I consider myself a vocalist, and I'm trying to which you're
gonna show today later.
Yeah, I'm gonna show today later, but I'm trying to grow a career based on my talent, and that's really hard for me. But when I wanted to start doing music at 13, 14, 15 years old, the people, you know, at the people at ages now, everybody's 15 years old, being the biggest pop star in the world. At that time, like I said, the game was different. So I had to go through a million
as far as
things.
you, because I heard some of this stuff, and you are talent based. I think as far as a talented based art,
because I'm not a popular artist. I'm a talent artist.
Like a talented based artist, I do think if you use the talent right, okay, I don't think talent gets you on, but I think talent keeps you on.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think it keeps you on. Because I see people that don't have talent, may get on quicker, but they fade quicker. So my opinion, because I like to deem myself as more talent based, I just feel like you just got to balance it. There are people that like talented artists, but a lot of times too as artists, this is another reason we might as well, we in the concept already of lack of motivation. What makes us lose the motivation sometimes, because when you deem yourself as a talented artist, a lot of times
I already know what you're gonna
say. Look at a lot of the people that seem to be not talented enough there, but what we need to realize is they're more on a commercial lane. Once you get commercial, there's not a lot of people that really know nothing about nothing. I look at commercials like I look at like a brand, I look at artists on the commercial lane more like detergent, bro. Do we really know what detergent is better than the next detergent? For the most part, there's like 3 different detergents
Right.
that's promoted, and then out of those 3, we'll just figure it out from there which one we like better.
Right.
But there's probably millions of better detergents that just don't get promoted. So at the level we're at now, we have to more so gear towards that more core. It's a lot of people that like you like talented music too, right?
Right.
There's a lot of people that
I
may
don't-
not do music but have the same taste as you.
I like singers.
Yeah,
people
so
who have the talent.
There's a lot of people that think and feel just like you that don't sing. So you just have to find those people.
Right.
Because if
Right.
you look at it, every commercial artist, you notice like they always started off with that core sound, and as they got bigger, it started to get more mainstream. It's because like once you get a bigger fan base, it's kind of like McDonald's burgers. You got to please the in general crowd. Where a mom and pop
definitely.
shop is more for the core.
Right.
So right now, I feel like we're more at the mom and pop shop of our
Right,
career.
definitely,
So we
definitely.
need to speak for those people. Now,
Okay.
once you start getting bigger and if you decide to change your sound, that comes later. But I think that's what we do. We're too focused on trying to appease the same audience that like Drake per se or like
Right.
Chris Brown, but we don't realize at the point of their career they're pop. So it's a lot of people that just bandwagon
Right.
listeners.
I feel like everything you're saying goes for every artist that's going that's starting out in the business, most especially starting out. But as you know, especially if you're an artist from Las Vegas, I feel like I'm sure there are other towns that go through a little bit worse of that struggle. But I feel like just if you're from Las Vegas, you're automatically like, okay, I'm not gonna look at you. It's like, fuck you. It's so hard to make it out here. You
I
know
do
what I'm
wonder
saying?
that, too.
You're kind of seemed more as a joke.
I wonder
kinda
why.
See.
You
But
from here?
Yeah, born and raised. That's why I'm king of the city.
Okay,
you know
well,
what I'm saying?
I gotta get to the bottom of this. I wonder why.
I wanted to say, but I didn't name myself king of the city. That's what my fans named me. You know what I'm saying? So I just took what they told me. Took what they given me. But what I say is this: I feel like the reason of that is because we are an entertainment city, Las Vegas. When you come here, there's like, I'm not even gonna lie, there's like 30 superstars on the strip, real superstars selling over, tens of millions of albums worldwide, to work with here. So when you come here, it's direct talent who have a name, been in, in the career, or like I said, if not have been one of the biggest stars on the planet. So they're kind of their residencies here. I feel like it's kind of what stops it. It's like, why search for new talent when we got J-Lo, Celine Dion, Boyz II Men.
This goes back to what I was just saying. We're focusing too much on people that like commercial stuff.
Definitely.
People that like commercial stuff, people that's more geared by, I'm not saying we all like commercial stuff to a certain extent,
Definitely.
but I feel like when we're trying to appease the people like J-Lo, Drake, they don't really know what they like. They like anything that's popular.
Right.
We have to stop. Like we're not at that point of our career where we have that kind of pull. We have to focus on the people that thinks like me and you, but just don't happen to do music. So I think that's like, I fall victim of it too sometimes, but it's almost like trying to appease the cool kids. They don't like you. But think about it. There's more non-cool kids in the world than it is cool kids. So you actually have a bigger pool of fan base. The only thing is we just don't typically know how to get to them.
I feel like it's just in America that's like that.
Yeah, because we're just,
my fan base is overseas in India and Brazil.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that's my biggest fan base. Those are the people that put me on, like got me to where I'm really at. I noticed that, especially Brazil and India, those are my biggest followings. Period. They really focus on the talent. Like, wow,
they're more,
this man can sing.
They're more
this
talent
man
based.
can, because I noticed that my American fans, because how I kind of blew up was my rap music. I dropped some freestyles because I noticed that I'm an R&B artist, but R&B is just not what it is right now. It's what nobody's checking for. You know what I'm saying?
Not on a commercial scale.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like when I'm trying to promote R&B music, it's like you said, on a commercial scale, it's kind of hard to promote it because it's commercially not doing as well as everything else. So that's why I kind of said, all right, well, let me do a couple freestyles. And I did some freestyles on some current beats, of artists of today. That's what blew me up. You know what I'm saying? So I noticed that here, in America alone, it's just America. Let me say the general public. America cares about what's popular.
Yeah,
what's
we're more
commercialized right now.
Yeah, we're more conditioned to just probably the way we was conditioned from a kid. Most of us is more conditioned for like popularity. We're the average. Let's just keep it real. Like, we're clout hoppers, most of us. It's a small selective few that I feel like really like stuff based off their true opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Most people just clout hoppers, man. That's what I realized. So I ask you as a person, since what's your ultimate goal as far as like music? Do you want to be necessarily super huge? Would you mind being like, I'm not the biggest, but I'm making tons of money?
I want to be a touring artist. I want to be able to go around the world and sell out shows because, I think I could sing. I think I could rap. I think I'm very talented. But I know that what I like to do out of everything is perform. Even if I got like a little freaking show at the Boulder Station Casino, you know what I mean? And was just singing covers my whole life. If I could do that and people were coming to see me, I would fall in love with it as much as me winning a Grammy.
Okay, so
the performing of it is what happened, but how I fell into it, into my own original music, because I never thought I was going to do original music my whole life. One of the homies said, "Come do a song with me," and I didn't want to do the song because I wanted when you drop your first song, you just wanted to do the world. You know what I mean? So. Understanding, and two, I dropped that first song last August, so I was 22 years old. I'm very young. At that moment, you realize that 22-year-olds, okay, reality, 9 to 5 is what it is. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing more, nothing less. Motivation. You just got to find a good 9 to 5, a good hourly paying job. About that
also can drain the motivation.
You know what I'm saying? Could really drain the motivation. So when I dropped the song, people just fell in love with it overnight. Like. That's how it happened. It really was like an overnight thing that happened to me. So that's how I kind of stepped my foot into this business, the music business. Because I never thought I was going to be, I guess growing up, the music business wasn't something I dreamed of. It was performing. Just being a performer. Didn't matter what I did. Yeah,
speaking of that too, I do think that what kind of hinders us too, once we start getting older, we stop focusing on the love part and we start focusing on the money part.
Right.
Which, I mean, you do need to make money, but it's hard to find that balance.
The hard part for me was when I knew I wanted to do this show, but I had to go to work. But I'm in love with doing the show. I would honestly say, and don't get me wrong, because I'm a businessman, I'm not doing shit for free. But I would do, but I really would. Like, I know I would really do this for free. I would really would. I would go and perform on tour for free if my bills and shit could be paid. If I can keep what I have now and just perform around the world, I would really be happy. But it was just like, all right, fuck my job, because I want to do what I love, what gives me that adrenaline. But damn, I just, did a huge pay cut. So that's to me where it's like, okay, I need to start getting paid for this if this is what I want to start doing. Because at first I was just doing every radio interview, doing everything because like I said, it happened so fast. I was doing everything for free, but my pockets was falling short because I was doing everything for free. You know what I'm saying? When do you, and I want to ask you before we get into everything else, when do you, because that's what I have a hard time struggling with. When do you feel like as an artist, you got to start paying me?
Okay. When do I feel like that? A lot of people ask me that. Okay, I think it's for one, you have to be realistic. For one, I think you have to have a fan base.
Right.
I don't even care about the talent. I think for one, you have to have a sizable fan base. Right. And I think that depending on what level you want, now if you want to like the more grind level, like I'm assuming me and you we're still at the grinding level. I feel like I feel like depending on the situation, I feel like this, you can pay me another money of value. So if the value's big enough, and it goes back to what I was saying earlier, like when I was saying like be valuable and hang around valuable people. So sometimes people can pay me in value. So let's say like anything value, it can be like, let's say you have 10K, I have 10K. Okay, let's barter. Okay, let's do a song or do like blah blah blah. I share this to your fan base. I share this to your fan base. Because you know what I mean? Because at the end you might get paid on the back end later. Or if the person don't have value, I look at it like this: the person don't really have value. You bring a certain value to the table, and the person can't help you in like a valuable way because it's just uneven. Maybe you have a way bigger fan base, and not even to be funny, right? Like you just probably have a way bigger fan base. Maybe they don't. More than likely, I will probably have them pay me. So I think once you have a fan base, And depending on
I was just gonna say that for me it was when I'm going places and I started figuring out, I started realizing they come in here because people are coming here to see me. You know what I'm saying? They want me to show up here because they're gonna get that extra 500 views.
Yeah, so
you know what I'm saying? So that's where for me, but I don't know. I felt like it was kind of more of like, you don't want to come off as too cocky, but this is your business. So I had to kind of get my head out of this and think of this is my Disneyland and I'm Walt Disney.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just wanted to ask you that.
Yeah, I just think once you got a fan base and you once you got like a solid fan base that's messing with you, they either got to give you value or money. That's how I feel
definitely.
Like for the most part. I mean, you built it. I mean, I feel like people look at music as music, but like, why do an entrepreneur become an entrepreneur? Like, why do you go to school to be a doctor? You do it.
Right.
Of course, you love it, but you want to get paid for it eventually.
Does it? Do you ever, even to this day, do you ever feel like I want to give up, or are you out of that stage now? Because I feel like I feel like I just recently got out of that stage.
I just recently, when I moved here, I recently got out of that, like kind of like give up per se stage. I think when I moved here, I realized like I had to reboot it. But now like I'm doing certain things that's giving me like those little bit of acknowledgement that you're moving forward. Even though it's slow. It's not as far as I want, but it's letting me know you're moving. So that just kind of keeps me sane.
And too, you're kind of in that situation to where that's kind of where I feel like I'm at, where if I turn back, it literally could be the next second it's gonna happen.
Yeah, you know
what I'm saying? That's the position I see that you're in. Like literally that it's like half a footstep away to being there. So if I give up now, it literally was a whole fucking waste.
Oh, that hurts.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but yeah, brother, I'm happy. I'm ready to perform for y'all, man. I'm really excited.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna find you real quick and then.
Yeah, go ahead and find me on you can follow all my music on SoundCloud, and shout out to all my sinners, man. They end up getting my first project 14,000 streams in just 3 days, the tracking days, 3 days. So I really want to just thank you guys so much for that. I thought nobody was gonna hear that shit. So SoundCloud.com/King of Sin City, and you can follow me on Instagram, Instagram.com/TH3 King of Sin City. You already know.
Before you start, put me a little bit of something.
Come on. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You doing your thing though, man. You doing your thing, man. You moving a lot faster than most people, bro.
And you know what's crazy? It's just like I think that's what kind of intimidates me, because I didn't get a chance to really figure out. Like I said, I never thought.
Because it moved so quick, you didn't get it.
I didn't get a chance to figure out what the fuck am I going to do.
You just got slapped with a bunch of money and didn't think about what I'm investing in. When I'm right.
And it's just like now, like I said, because I blew up really from my freestyle. So now I'm trying to be a singer, but everyone thinks I'm a rapper. Everywhere I go in, we got the rapper Alexxx, this and that.
So it's like with the rapping, but they think.
But you know what I'm saying?
But sing real quick. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. This is my rap mentor, is it not? You know what I'm saying? So we'll talk about it. But let me get the aux. You know what I'm saying? So we can get it cracking.
My rap therapist now.
But all right, y'all. If you're just tuning in, this is your boy Alexxx. I'm going to do a live performance here with Eric Stackz, my rap mentor here on Hot 7025. This is my new single, How Much Longer, the first single off my debut mixtape, coming next year. This is the remix. Could we start to turn the music up, my brother?
Yeah, I turned it up. Let me see. I can't hear in my headphones right now. So, you hear it?
It's all right, y'all.
You hear it?
I don't hear nothing.
No, come on.
Let me see if I got something in these headphones.
Yeah, because I can't even hear on my headphones. I don't know what's going on. Oh, start it over.
We'll use these ones.
I can hear it. Start it over. Yeah. We're going to get this right.
We're going to get this right, y'all. It's your boy Alexxx. You already know what it is. King of Sin City. Y'all already know.
Yeah. You can hear it?
I got it.
All right.
Got to use these headphones, y'all. You already know this is my city. I can do what I want. Period. Hey, hold up. Hey, yo, these headphones is broken, just so y'all know, because I didn't hear myself the whole time. Yeah, but it's clear as crystal. Let's go. Yo, let's go. Lucas. I love you, baby. Oh, yeah. No. Wow. I said, will you ever know? 25. And I've been waiting on you all night. Oh, tell me how much longer do I wait? thinking about you all night. Oh. Tell me how much longer do I wait? Let's go, y'all. Come on. And how much longer do I wait? Yeah. Oh yeah. Tell me how much longer do I wait? And how much longer do I wait? Yeah. Oh yeah. Tell me how much longer do I wait? Let's go. Used to take my energy to places I never knew, doing things I never thought I would do. Oh Lord, how fast we grew. Just a vibe between me and you. 5 years long and our shit was strong. Now I'm gone, not even missing you. Oh Lord, how fast we knew. Oh, that blood we shared, the feeling is mutual. But when I get the time, I'll be seeing you. But for now, I gotta go, I gotta make it my time to shine. But for now, I'm a winner, babe, I can't deny it. I've got the glow, I can feel it in my soul. I know you've got you, new man, and they do the things that I don't. I know you're missing on my body. Yeah. You come and see me after. You come and see you. I come and see you. Yeah. And how much longer do I wait? Yeah. Tell me how much longer do I wait? Do I wait? And how much longer do I wait? Tell me how much longer do I? Come on, y'all, let's go. Let's finish. I know we love the way our skin fills up on night. I know we've got a girl, we can't throw it all away. I know I say I'll change, but it feels like I'm always. Don't say another word, find the words myself. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I said we gotta make it work. Oh, we brought heaven on earth. Said we gotta make it work. Oh, brought heaven on earth. I said I gotta make it work. Oh, I brought heaven on earth. Tell me how much longer do I wait? Thank y'all so much for having me here today, man.
Yo, that was hot.
Thank
you can
so
sing.
Man. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
This.
But nobody really gives me the credit, I feel like, for my vocals. Nah. I really, like I said, I blew up for my rapping skills. And like I said, I've only been taking rapping seriously for like 5 months. So it kind of just, I'm not gonna lie, it really upsets me that I don't really get the credit that let me not say the credit, but I don't get the acknowledgement, as much acknowledgement as I get on my vocals. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That really does hurt me. Y'all got me fucked up, but it's okay. It's okay.
Hey, they all realize it. It's starting to get to the point. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I know how you feel. It's starting to get to the point that I'm starting to get more acknowledgement for this than my music now. Hey, at the end of the day, just whether they figure out the stuff later.
As long as they know me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as long as they know you.
But what you got coming up, bro? You got some new music dropping?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be dropping some new music soon. Though, yeah, because I kind of feel how you feel. Like they keep thinking I'm just a mentor. Now I still play too. But I got some new music coming. I ain't gonna say nothing right now, but
okay,
I got some new music. When that drop, it's gonna be nice.
Most definitely, bro. But that was my single, How Much Longer, featuring Timeless. I got the remix. Well, the version I was singing was the remix featuring Gracie Love. So shout out to Gracie Love. She's part of the Hot 702 family here. She does Mel's Euphoria. Like I said, catch me up on SoundCloud.com/King of Sin City, Instagram.com/TH3 King of Sin City, baby. You know, let's take another shot. Let's go. Hold up. I just want a straight up Patron though. I want to.
You got me.
I don't want to. You want some more?
No more. I'm
I don't think. I'm glad I didn't drive here. You know what I'm saying?
But that was a hot song, man. Like it's refreshing to hear somebody can sing live.
Thank you. And I write all my own material. Nobody writes nothing, even my own hooks.
I was gonna ask that.
Even my own hooks.
You're a really good songwriter.
Thank you so much.
Did you start off singing first, or the songwriting?
You know what? I started off songwriting when I was like very young, but I didn't realize it was songwriting. You know, when it's the first like rap album I heard when I was like 8 was Ready to Die. You know, Notorious B.I.G. It was the beat Warning, and I was just writing my own little freestyle to it. You know what I mean? So I guess that's kind of where the songwriting came to. But I didn't take songwriting seriously till I said about 5 months ago. Till I started taking my career serious. So you started taking songwriting.
You super talented, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, because the songwriting is it's very it's constructed well. Because a lot of times when I hear a lot of like non-professional, as you want to say, songwriters. Even though their vocals are good, I can tell the songwriting is not. Like, for instance, you knew when to change the melody on like the 4th bar. You knew when to like.
Oh, I'm glad that you. No, I'm glad that you recognize that because that was purposely.
You knew when to like throw the crescendo up on the second set. You knew to bring it back down. You knew when to build us back up.
Also, you know music.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm just not doing this mentor stuff.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So that's why I was paying attention to the songwriting too. I'm like, not only is your vocals good, the songwriting is like the structure is perfect.
Okay.
Like
I like how he really just like called me out on my production on my songwriting because that's exactly what I did.
I was paying attention. Yeah.
Oh shit! Shout out to Eric Stackz, y'all, King of Sin City, man. Let me get a toast, brother. Hey, man. But I think we gotta go in a second. Do we?
Yeah. So tell them where to find you real quick, and we're gonna bounce.
SoundCloud.com/King of Sin City. Instagram.com/th3 King of Sin City. Make sure you guys, and my center, shout out to all my centers watching right now. If you are watching, make sure you guys follow my rap mentor on Instagram. Follow Eric Stackz. Let him know because I know that they're watching.
ERIC_STACKZ. Let's get it.
And most importantly, make sure y'all follow these people right here.
Yeah.
These people right here. This is my favorite radio station here in Las Vegas. At everybody, award-winning station. Shout out to the owner of the station. I know she in the building right now. She definitely doing her own thing. So, but yeah, take it over, man.
Yeah. Let's get it though. We finna be out frequent.